we are still one body.
Love it when I go to my No Girls Allowed Boys Club meeting and we talk about being one body together. Hey everyone, my name is Jake, and I'm joined here by a very special guest.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
Hey.
What's your name?
Yolanda.
Whoa, I'm joined by Yolanda, who some of you may know by her code name, my wife. And we're here joined today to talk about a really important film that's just released.
Yeah.
Not in theaters.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Endgame.
No, we are not talking about the Marvel film Avengers Endgame. We are talking about the JW Cinematic Universe.
Oh, okay.
The newest entry. And you know what's interesting? Is I haven't seen, like, the last 3 Marvel movies. But I am about to watch this. I haven't seen Ant-Man.
Guardians of the Galaxy. 3. Anyways, a drama, if you are not a Jehovah's Witness.
Right.
Is a fictional story that teaches a lesson.
Yeah, so it's kind of a movie, but it's not usually the actual length of a movie. It's usually a little shorter.
It's like a novelette.
It's a novelette, yes it is. and so we're about to watch the latest novelette in the JWCU called Commit Your Way to Jehovah. So, if you want to sync this up, wait, what the fuck am I talking about? You're going to watch it on the screen. No.
Yikes.
Wait, we forgot some context for the audience. we forgot some important context, which is that we're a little high on a Saturday night.
Watching this fucking shit.
And we started to watch it, and holy shit, it's so loud. I'm so sorry.
So loud.
I'm so sorry. And
first of all, I dislike having stereotypical African music blasting in my ear.
I had the volume really loud in our headphones, I'm sorry. And so we started watching about the first minute of this and we realized, honey, why are we wasting...
Why did we shrink the kids? Why
are we not directing our blows so as to do the job? Or whatever witnesses say. You know, this could be content. And if you're watching this, you've noticed this is all in one shot. Like the famous opening of Children of Men.
And you'll also notice that in this song, they're saying, no, 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 yeah, yeah. So I feel like there's like mixed messaging here.
Yes, well, I think this whole thing is, I don't know anything about it other than this person needs to commit themselves to Jehovah. So I think there's going to be a conflict. And so this guy's going, yeah, 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 yeah. And then his friend's going to go, no, 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 yeah, no, yeah.
Is that going to be their conversation? Like,
yeah,
they're going to be singing it. Like, they're not going to say anything else. And they're not going to be talking. They're going to be like, no, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a musical.
Can you describe for the audience what a musical is?
It's a...
No, 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 no.
I mean, really, why describe it when we could sing? Sorry that's been the commentary so far, but to actually provide something about what's happening. They were in Africa, somewhere in Africa.
Hey, Dad, what type of wood is this?
This is Tamboti. You know, Jehovah made it strong and durable. Hey. Just like you, Maombi.
Yeah, I think that they are trying to appeal to a broader audience because so far all of the dramas have been very white. And then we had the one very racist Asian and Hispanic drama.
Well, and now we're going to add another one to the
That's right.
to the saga of racist
The
dramas.
Infinity Stones of Racism are assembling in Jehovah's Gauntlet. This is the JWCU. We'll see if I kept the intro in.
Oh, Maombi. How are you, sir?
Hey,
nice
Yoko.
to see you.
How are you?
From you, sir.
How you doing?
How was your day? Oh, good, good. How about service? Oh, wonderful.
But I don't know if they're actually in Africa, like in real life.
You mean like did they film it on location?
Right.
I'll bet they did.
Did they though?
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe they filmed it like in a park in Ottawa or something.
So much money. Yeah. Okay. All right, brothers.
And these are good brothers or brothers, as he said, because they are talking about service. I know. I just told Christina, don't like do the way that they're talking, and then I just did it.
Yes. So rude. I cannot. This is what I have to live with. And then on a Saturday night, I have to live with this and be watching a JW
You
drama.
demanded that we watch this.
It's true, I did. Because I wanted to see how cringe it is.
Yeah.
And look, 5 minutes in.
5 minutes in.
And I'm literally cringing like this.
Oh my god, her face looks like she ate a Sour Patch Kid. It really wasn't cringing.
I feel like the conversation is very forced right now.
You won't be alone. We'll be here to help you. We want to help you.
Not between, not between you and I.
Huh? Oh yes, wife. Thank you. If I could speak.
But
No.
but in the movie.
No, for
or
sure.
whatever the fuck.
It's all surrounding Jehovah's Witness stuff too. So like what I was saying earlier was that like their conversation at the cart was entirely focused on spiritual things, and now they're at home and the conversation continues to be around spiritual things.
Yeah, they're talking about family worship and teaching their children to serve Jehovah. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like, and everything is very stilted, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Bible study tomorrow.
they're just like, yeah, and serve Jehovah.
Yeah.
No.
I pray so.
Power couple though.
Let me go finish.
They're an attractive couple. I'll say it.
I agree with you.
Nice.
I pray so.
I pray.
So.
I pray that they become our friends in real life. I don't know.
What? So you pray that they come to the dark side?
Yeah, I mean, it's got it statistically at this point with so many videos. One of these people is gonna wake up, and then we're gonna do a new commentary with them watching their. Wouldn't that be amazing if like
Honestly,
Jade or Nita came out and then we did commentary with Jade and Nita
Came out
about
as
Jade
what?
and Nita? Ah, well, viewers of Jade and Nita know exactly what they're coming out as. Oh, okay, this is the uncle character. So Ben Ford on his YouTube channel kind of leaked this story. And the uncle here is our Bad News Al from the
I
Young
wondered
People
because you
Get
can
Married
tell,
video.
and here, sorry,
Bring a gift every time you come to visit.
I was just gonna say you can tell because of how they're dressed compared to how he's dressed. Like he's wearing a very nice like
This is too much.
outfit.
Amani, this is nothing. I actually got an upgrade.
He's dressed like all the white guys in the publications. He has a button-down shirt and
Right.
khakis and dress shoes and a white shirt underneath.
Let me ask, how steady has your work been lately?
My carpentry work has been slow, but we're getting by. You know, Mombi and I, we sell wood carvings at the market for some extra income.
Wow. Amani, look at what you've done on our land. You're a good carpenter. You built this house. And you have a beautiful family too. If mom and dad were alive, they would be very proud of you. You know what I'm thinking, Amani? With your skill set, you could have more. I'm talking about real security for you and the family.
It would be interesting to see in the United States somebody wearing a U.S. necklace.
I mean, I think that there are people that probably do that. To be honest,
And I'm going to be honest with you, it's weirder that people wear a cross necklace when he wasn't even American.
Yes, for real.
He didn't even go here.
okay. You first of all, good use of Mean Girls.
Thank you.
Second of all, don't be racist.
Wow.
Not a party card. You know I can't sign this. Wait, you didn't sign me up, did you?
I know what you're thinking about, Amani. See, you don't have
Is he?
Oh, a party card. Okay, so this is interesting. Do you know about the Mexico-Malawi scandal? Yolanda?
Did you say Mexico, Malawi?
The scandal, if I can remember this a couple hits in, is that on one hand, in Mexico, people were mandated to get a party card, and it was just seen as okay. Like, the branch gave the direction, it's like, whatever. But then in Malawi, they were told, like, a hardline no. And because of refusing a party card, and it was a one-party system, so it was purely ceremonial, you know, it wasn't like it was identifying you with a certain party.
And, you know, I have a party card.
Okay. You were winding up for so long to say that.
I like to party.
She likes to party. What can I say? Even when we're talking about, you know, you're not going to like to party when you hear this next part, which is that as a result of not accepting the party card, they were like, people were beaten and women were raped, and there were all sorts of horrible things happening.
Yeah, and there were people who were killed.
Yeah, and
Ultimate horrible.
So ultimate horrible. That's a great way to put it. And this is the uncle is the ultimate horrible in this movie, because he is introducing this, and it's so brazen that they're doing this, because
I agree.
This is, if you are an ex-witness, this is one of the things that you know about. You know, this is something that Ray Franz wrote about in his book, and that is one of the more upsetting things in JW history, in terms of it just revealing a complete lack of any divine leadership. It was people and their opinions. Yeah, and as a result of their nonsensical and, you know, conflicting opinions, people got killed and hurt, and there was no need for it to happen. So they're doing this rather brazenly, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think that it just shows that there are a lot of things that are more opinion and man-based within the organization than quote-unquote divinely inspired, that end up ruining people's lives. And I think that there's been plenty of like modern day quote-unquote modern day dramas that show that to be the case, but you know, they would rather go like, no, but here's the positive JW spin on that. Here's a drama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Take a good lesson out of that.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention to the past.
Yeah.
So.
And so, yes, the uncle character is being very sneaky, saying, don't worry about the car.
Call me uncle.
Why? I won't do that. You can't make me.
Psalm 37, verse 5. Commit your way to Jehovah. Rely on him, and he will act in your behalf. For me, this is exactly what Joseph had to do. But do you remember how long Joseph had to endure slavery and imprisonment in Egypt?
13 years.
Yes, Maombi. Even longer than you have.
This is a shitty family. You know, if your family like companionship is based around like teaching lessons from the Bible, your family sucks, and it's sad, and your kids hate you, and they're going to leave.
I mean,
Dad,
we're very much an example of that.
Yeah,
not me.
Take
actually.
it from no. Well, you're somebody named Yolanda, so I don't even know what your deal is.
I don't. This is my family.
Oh my god.
How dare you talk about my family that way? Also, I love how this granddad or whoever this is, uncle, I don't know. Granddad?
No, this is probably a granddad or an older brother in the congregation. This is one of those things that they're probably explaining in the dialogue that we're not paying attention to.
Yeah, and again, I do apologize. You didn't come here to watch this. You came here to listen to us, so whatever.
So, children.
I love how he raised his hand to comment in their family worship. He was like,
yeah, well, we would do that in family worship.
I know!
Because it's like the meeting.
This is our third meeting because they got rid of book study.
Yeah, but they didn't really get rid of it because we have to do family worship. We have to raise our hand.
Invite an older person in the congregation who needs help.
Now, maybe it's because we were watching a documentary about Jonestown mere minutes before watching this, but hearing a cult in Africa saying commit something is making me feel not good about this. Especially, you know, this is a cult propaganda film.
I had the same thought. I thought earlier, I'm like, interesting that the convention drama is in Africa and Jonestown happened in Ghana. Like,
Yeah.
this could be in Ghana too. I don't know.
Wow. You don't know?
They didn't say.
That's problematic. No, I'm kidding.
For all I know, they could be in the United States, except that uncle wore an African continent necklace.
That's the holy shit. That's like the big, like, the village-esque twist. Is like they zoom out and they're in a little, like, encampment.
They're in Warwick.
Right, they're in Warwick. Yeah, and they're, like, right across from the, like, Pennsylvania Dutch village community.
How can we apply that verse today?
Well, we can pray to Jehovah for courage, just like Joseph's did in the original song.
Can we sing it tonight?
Yes, Zawadi.
A little later, though.
But you're right, Maombi. Prayer is very essential, very essential, very essential, especially for a family if we're going to endure these last days.
What about Uncle Dania? Does he pray to Jehovah?
No, maybe. But we can look into his heart.
Yeah. Musa taught us both when we were boys. So he knows about Jehovah.
He knows about Jehovah. But no one can make him love Jehovah.
But do you know about the Muffin Man?
Okay. Now, a serious point about this, though, is
Yeah.
this kind of mentality of anybody who was raised a witness or raised around the organization knows Jehovah.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, it's on them to come back to the truth, as they would say.
Right.
So, like, this is my parents' mentality. It's like, well, Jake knows Jehovah. And it's like, yeah, I know he's fucking fake.
I mean, you can know something.
Edgy, boy alert.
You are a bad boy, what can I say?
Oh boy. Save it for off mic.
Say less. No, I think that's such a cheesy way of going, like, oh, but you know about Jehovah.
Yeah.
Like,
Jehovah.
I know a lot of things, but doesn't mean that I agree with everything.
Yeah, like, he knows Santa Claus. He knows that he's coming down that chimney every December 25th.
Every December 25th.
Did Santa come down Jesus' chimney, and that's why he's roped in with the whole Christmas myth? Like, in the manger, they had a chimney, and one of the wise men fell down the chimney trying to get a peek at baby Jesus.
I was going a completely different path in my mind when you were talking about that. I was going down a very dirty path.
Oh!
Going down Jesus' chimney.
Oh, damn his chimney hole. Now, what's this drama about, do you think? What's going on? Preaching montage.
Not about Jesus' chimney, that's for sure.
As an update to our report from yesterday, militia groups are threatening to take over the capital. Violence has been escalating in the area.
Oh, the area. We found out where they are. They're in the area because violence has been escalating in the area.
Well, of course. I forgot about the area, Africa.
The area. Earth.
Did you notice that, like, they're listening to the news about what's happening and the dad's like, no, don't worry, let's just change the station.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Like,
very good. I thought it was going to be a JW original song, which I don't think that was.
I didn't recognize it, but it's been a minute since I've listened to any of them.
That's my thing.
For good reason.
Brothers. That's just a fun way to be addressed. You know?
I also feel like this is this reminds me of, like, the Black Lives Matter movements when there was protests in downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And they, like, you were disfellowshipped already.
Yeah.
And I was getting text messages, you know, there's a curfew, don't go outside. Like,
right.
Not that there was a curfew put on by, like, the residents of Columbus.
No, there was,
But the brothers were putting curfews on.
Oh, the brothers were holy shit, that's so crazy. So the congregation was like, due to civil unrest, there's a curfew.
Yeah, they were like, if you can help it, don't go out past, like, 9 o'clock or whatever because of the protests and the unrest that are happening.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, they weren't, like, you'll get arrested or whatever.
No, it's just so weird that they took that upon themselves to do that.
Yeah.
The way people are feeling about the current leadership now, it's just a matter of time that a conflict will come in this area. The safety of the congregation is the concern.
And this just reminds us, the elders always have your best interests in mind. They only ever are concerned about the safety of the congregation. Don't worry about these reports you hear about elders who were abusing minors and using their status as an elder to take advantage of people. They're only good.
Thank God I watched this drama because I thought the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Considering there are thousands of child sex abuse cases that are currently coming to light.
Sure.
This has completely changed my mind. Thank God.
This is the truth.
I mean, thank Jehovah God.
Thank Jehovah God. Buddha God.
Buddha God.
Zeus God.
Brothers,
My God.
My God.
we may differ in our opinions.
He, she, me, God.
But remember,
Wombo.
we are still one body.
Boy. Love it when I go to my No Girls Allowed Boys Club meeting and we talk about being one body together.
They start to demonstrate what it means to be one body. Who starts?
I just,
Does the hand start?
a lot of stress about the congregation. Let me give you a back rub.
Remember, it tells us the shrewd one sees the danger.
That's a good reminder because I would have forgotten that you should kind of be wary of dangerous things. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of wisdom you can only get from the Bible.
Well,
if there's danger, be careful.
Will Robinson?
Yes, if there's danger, Will Robinson. Be careful.
Thank you so much, Musa. You've helped us to have a unified...
Again, distilted conversation. Like
This is the fucking Jedi Council. You have helped us to have a unified thought on this matter.
I feel like I'm watching the prequels right now.
It really is.
When Samuel L. Jackson is like, what do you think, Yoda?
Kid Fisto, what say you?
No.
What about the droid attack on the area?
I also
The blue on the map is land.
Oh, the area. Is that the area?
That's the area.
the no-name area.
This is our apartment.
Oh, good.
That we live in right now.
I wonder, like, in any elders meeting, is there any originality, or do they always just read the Bible and then have, like, some commentary provided by the Watchtower?
Well, and then they have, like, dick kissing contests.
I would win. Just saying.
Good night. Good night, kiddo. He's still smiling.
What?
This guy is not stressed.
We have to go right now.
I've been through this before. And trust me, there isn't even smoke here.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh.
So he's thinking back about when... So we're...
A previous civil unrest, because he was saying in the elders meeting, like, I've been through this before.
Are we supposed to assume maybe it's Malawi?
I don't know.
Because of the party card.
Because of the party cards. That's interesting.
That was hinted at earlier. And by hinted at, I mean thrown in his face.
Yes.
The conflict passed. That was it.
Is that happening now? Would we have to flee?
We received direction from the branch. Those brothers are so far away, though. I keep wondering if they are being overly cautious. Maybe for the brothers in the city. But for us here, is that the right decision?
I don't know.
Oh, he's questioning the direction of the branch.
Not the Bible.
Not the Bible. The Bible
branch.
is silent on matters of the area in year of our Lord 2023.
It's interesting to me.
He's concerned about the older ones. But the older ones are going to be like, no, I used to climb up the area mountain 3 times a day uphill backwards with no shoes in the snow. That's what's going to happen.
I figured.
I lost track of what my point was.
He's concerned about the older ones, which also is not a thing people say. People do not say, I'm concerned about the older ones in real life.
They do not. That's a JW specific term for sure. The ones. We could be one of the blessed ones.
And, like, if you're concerned about somebody who's old, like, you just say, I'm concerned about that old person. Like, they're not like, oh, I'm concerned
the
about
old
that.
Folks.
I'm concerned about that older one.
Older one. Very strange.
For the stools, right?
For the stools.
Let me get them for
Yes. The brother
This
said you
dumb
did good work.
asshole thinks that he knows better than the branch.
God
and
damn
thinks
him.
he knows what's best for his children.
You know what should happen to him?
Die.
Yes!
Yeah. Death by God.
Fire from the
Jehovah
sky.
side. You know, you ever think about that? When God kills people in the Bible?
That is a Jehovah side.
Yeah, Jehovah side. And, you know, we've had one perspective on the news, but now it's time for Jehovah side. Jehovah? I thought the storms were great. I thought the death was great. I thought that...
I couldn't have come up with something better myself. In fact, I'm the one who came up with it, so...
That's been Jehovah's side. He's typically very, very positive on the day's events, no matter what they are.
Because he creates them, so he always thinks what he does is the best.
Now, is like the stool that he's making symbolic for something? Like, you need all the legs of the stool for it to stand upright.
There's only
For
three.
the stools.
There's only 3 legs there. That's not a lot.
Ma'am, I gotta tell you something. There's 4 legs on that stool.
What?
I said ma'am. It was very respectful.
And I said, damn.
Damn, ma'am.
Yeah, he's been on my mind lately.
You know, I'm kind of worried about him too. All this talk about fleeing.
I'm worried that he's not listening to the branch enough.
Yes, I remember those.
Yeah, what? So why hasn't she said that to her husband? Like, I'm worried that you're holding back bad memories.
Yeah, she's like telling on his dad.
Yeah, right. Telling on his dad.
Telling to him for on his dad.
Let me just make it worse. Lean all the way into it.
Lean in.
You never know about these things. But
you never know. You never know. Good advice.
See, like, who has conversations like that? Even as a witness, I never had conversations like that.
Ah, I did.
Maybe, well, I mean, obviously you have, like, conversations where there's somebody, like, going, remain on the watch, or we need to be watchful. But,
yeah,
like,
no, you're
I
right,
just
though.
feel like it's very, like, it's
more
just
casual.
Yes, and I feel like these conversations are so unrealistic.
Yeah,
like,
no, you're right.
Let's be realistic about how conversations actually happen. Like, don't tell me how they should happen, because that's not what's going to happen.
You're so right, because they are unrealistic, because they're setting up an unrealistic standard.
Correct.
That you're constantly supposed to measure yourself up to. Like,
and they're setting up an unrealistic situation that in what universe would this actually happen?
Right, yes, exactly.
And so when is anybody in real life going to have to encounter this?
Yeah, so you're worried about, as a witness, you're like, oh no, I'm worried about this happening, and I'm not going to be able to handle it well. Like, they're creating the fear, they're creating the, like, self-doubt. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, you're constantly second-guessing yourself, your actions, and then worried about what's going to happen next.
Now, how many stools and tables does one community need?
I think that he's a carpenter, so maybe a lot. And that's a table. Oh, you said that. Damn.
Jeez.
I thought you said stools and chairs.
We couldn't get a better picture of this guy for his main, Che Guevara picture. It's him being like, what? Did you say you're going to take a picture?
The reason why I thought it was that guy we saw in the beginning is because I thought he had the same necklace.
I think that's what they're going for, is like, that's like a sign of the movement.
Okay, so like the necklace is like the thing that everybody in support wears.
It's the thing.
We need to go.
Dad, we just got here.
I know, but we're leaving.
Money.
Dunia.
My brother, how are you?
You have to meet this man.
Yeah, I think this is the guy in the
And the
pictures.
pictures.
The picture is really not good. It doesn't really look like him,
At all.
and it's also unflattering.
Oh, you are Amani.
Yes.
I hear you are quite talented.
Very much. Thank you.
We're excited to work with you. And that must be your boy. Hello.
Yeah.
Are you ready to work with your dad before this new work and huge contract coming his way?
You are our country's future. Remember that. Thank you.
Listen, Dunia, I'm sorry. I appreciate this offer, but I can't accept it.
He doesn't know what he's saying now. We can still work out the details, and then he'll come back. He's okay.
See all those people out there?
Yeah.
Me too. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't seeing things.
I wanted to make sure they weren't ghosts.
A lot of times I see crowds of people yelling, and it turns out it's just the nightmares again.
Don't waste my time.
Oh.
Dunia, you have to let me.
Wow, he's nice, but sometimes he's mean. Unlike witnesses who are only nice all the time, of course.
Until you don't fall in line with any of their expectations or standards. And then, in which case, fuck you.
Yeah, my dad definitely never yelled at me for any reason.
I can't believe you. How could you refuse
I think what that guy needs is a bigger watch. Bigger and more square.
I can't believe this.
I think that...
Oh, he's not smiling for the first time.
I know.
It must be really bad
no. Bad things are about to
They've
happen.
got clubs.
We're at the end of part 1. This is how they're going to end part 1.
Oh my god, you're right!
I think we might have to watch part 2.
Okay. Alright.
Part 2. Uh-oh.
Slow-mo.
Yeah, slow-mo,
Scary.
guns, people
Oh
yelling
my
and
god. Oh my god. There's unrest because of reasons.
screaming. In the area!
People are protesting the conditions.
Okay, first of all, most protests are not handled this way. I don't care if you're in Africa. I don't care if you're in America. I don't care if you're in... I don't even know.
Timbuktu.
You said it, I didn't. I just think it's interesting to me that they always depict, like, protests or disagreements as people in guns charging into crowds or whatever.
Yeah, like that, image they had on the website during Black Lives Matter of just like, people screaming and...
Exactly.
Oh, he's trying to start the car, but the fuel is not existent. There's no more fuel.
So he escaped the rioting.
I
and
believe
protesting.
so. He drove so far
He ran out of gas.
that he ran out of gas. He has what looks like a bottle of vodka.
If I was part of this film, I'd also have a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, true. Whoa, that car got smashed.
Oh, so he did drive as far as he could before he ran out of gas. Now they're walking.
Oh my god, and there's abandoned cars. It's like The Last of Us.
Okay, you cannot tell me that in the course of 20
minutes.
Hours, is this Walk by Faith and not by sight? I feel like this is a ripoff.
Rip off! Seen this one before, Watchtower. Uninspired.
Why? What?
Okay, our Uber is 30 minutes away.
Amani, you keep going. I think I might have a signal.
Come on.
Dad?
Gonna call like a spy. Like, I have him right where I want him. The witnesses are heading to the Satan trap.
Satan out.
Can we kill some of the birds to eat, Daddy?
Okay, even on the road, people are looking to hurt us. The rebels will be searching the road. And we have to stay close together.
Do not let us out.
What?
Why?
The road is empty.
Understand?
Okay.
The rebels. The rebels are the good guys. Haven't you seen Star Wars?
I want to understand how they know that they're rebels.
How do they know anything? What is happening?
Where
are they?
All good questions. I'm so confused by like there's so many things that are disjointed
Catch up to them soon.
in this
By tomorrow.
JW Oscar award-winning drama.
It really is an Oscar award-winning film.
It's going to be a while still, Zuadi.
Here, baby. I have a mango for you.
Meombi, stay close.
In the tall grass, there's Pokemon.
Dad!
Gotta catch them all.
Oh my god, it's
Okay.
maybe a body?
We need to keep moving.
What the fuck? Did they show a dead body in the grass in a fucking Watchtower film? What is this?
I would like to debate that because it literally looks like
Or was it just a shirt?
100%.
Let's rewind it and see. We'll zoom in post. That's supposed to be a guy. Those are his
Yes,
legs.
but it's not an actual dead. Like
They realized that if they showed any skin, that it would be too gruesome, so they just
literally
had him laying in like a really strategic way, so that his hands, his feet, and his head was covered.
I would like to think that it's like a scarecrow, and they just put like a shirt and khaki pants on it.
Oh, I'm sure it is. What if that's what they were afraid of? Like, oh man, if the scarecrows are down, crows are gonna start going crazy.
Also, I feel like
This escalated very quickly. The people earlier had just like sticks.
Yes.
And now we've got guns.
I also feel like this is very exploited. No,
Yeah. What is it? Explosive.
No.
I know. Exploitive.
Yes. Of every African individual who's ever experienced civil unrest and guerrillas hunting them down.
Yeah, it's using, real world events that are scary and spinning it into propaganda to be like, hey, join Jehovah's Witnesses. As if all those other dozens of people that were in that village were experiencing the exact same thing. Like, what's up with those people?
They're going to say, we hid in the grass. We thought they were going to get us. But God saved us.
Oh no, guys, we're on the edge of our seats because of the water bottle that was established earlier. Watchtower does know how to make movies. This is what, my mom will be saying or something.
Why did he just do that?
Yeah, what the fuck? As a water drinker, I don't
waste it.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn.
That was like a
At
Fiji bottle.
At least he understood that litter isn't good, so he picked up the water bottle and put it in the bed of the truck.
That's true. That's true.
So
he didn't. Well, it'd be funny if he just threw it back on the road. Pick it up.
Hey.
Fuck this. They had to watch so many violent, worldly movies to get inspiration for how to film this shit. They're very clearly emulating movies like this.
Absolutely.
And yet, witnesses aren't allowed to watch those movies.
Well, you have
in
to
good
think
conscience.
that, Anthony Morris was a Vietnam warrior soldier.
Vietnam warrior soldier was his official title, I believe.
Yeah,
I was a Vietnam warrior soldier.
Honestly, if you were to ask him, I'm sure he would say that.
It's true.
But don't wear tight pants, because he might get a hard on.
Our pants were so baggy, sometimes we could hide several people inside of our pants.
They became our shelter.
Pants were our tents.
I'm also confused by the music that's playing. Because
Yeah, it's like the GoldenEye soundtrack.
Yes, I heard it, And then they turned off the truck, and the entire time it was silent. And then they turned it back on. And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Motion picture techno score.
Dun 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 dun.
It'd be funny if they like drove away and they're like, "I'm making a change," like just like the cheesiest JW song.
They're like, "Oh my god, they were our brothers."
They used to be like us. They got political. This is insane. I cannot believe they made this fucking movie. This fucking thriller with guns and violence and dead bodies. This is outrageous.
You know what? I'm not surprised.
I'm a little surprised. This is honestly so far for them. I'm really settling in for me a little bit how upset I am by this movie.
To me, it's not surprising because I feel like it's and I'm not saying this to be insensitive, but it's the black version of the basement video.
Yeah. Well, that was insensitive, but no, I'm totally kidding.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
that same sort of concept where you're escaping from the government who wants to kill you.
Yeah.
And you have a near
from the congregation headed for
like a narrow escape, but
Yeah.
then God saves you. Like, that's how I feel about this.
No, I was gonna say the same thing. Like it does feel like an escalation of the basement videos where they're stormed by the SWAT team.
Yes, like
We found the witnesses. Drop your tracts.
they're gonna say, drop your pants.
Slide your watchtowers across the floor slowly.
More than we were.
Those JW.org pins have needles on the end of them. Please remove them slowly. We consider them weapons.
If you have any weapons on your being, put them down now.
No one is perfect.
What's that?
Wow, how encouraging.
It's like another basement video.
Yeah, it is. It's the feature-length basement video in Africa.
Yeah.
Remember the account of the Apostle Paul?
No.
What?
He asked about the Apostle Paul.
But he went, no.
When he should have said, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Does anyone remember some of the things that happened to him?
Oh, I see. He's saying, like, please don't tell me this story. I think he's saying, not that he doesn't remember, but like, no, I don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
Because he's bad.
And that's an indication when you don't want to hear about Paul, that you're a bad person.
Right. Paul was awesome. He was so cool. He believed so many cool things.
Including women to be quiet in the congregation.
Yeah,
Shut
women
up.
should shut up. Gay people should shut up.
Should be shunned. Shut up.
Don't masturbate, I think.
Even though he did it himself, I'm sure.
I feel like if Paul masturbated one time, he would have been a lot more chill. But he just had so much pent up Christian-y passion.
That's called frustration.
Oh. I want to make sweet Christian-y passion to you.
I want to make sweet frustration.
sweet frustration.
I've been waiting on Jehovah's promises for a long time. And with Jehovah's help, we can make it through. Paul's faith in God's promises help him to endure.
You've been talking about these God's promises since we were kids.
Aha, see, this is what bad people say. This is what Satan's going to try to do.
Yes, Dunia.
First of all, that
It is
guy's name
true.
is Dunia.
Dunia, the uncle.
I've been waiting on Jehovah's promises for a long time.
Like a sucker.
In fact, here's his.
Perhaps even longer than I expected.
Perhaps. Maybe.
I don't know, because
I'm not going to commit to that.
God hasn't told me. I don't know.
It wasn't immediate for Paul.
No. It didn't happen at all for Paul. He died, having
100%.
not seen the kingdom that you're talking about.
But every one of Jehovah's promises came true.
No, they didn't. No, he died!
One word of his.
Don't lie to me, old man. Sorry.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Knowing Jehovah's promises helps us to endure these situations patiently.
Why? It helps you idly sit by and assume that someday God will do something about it.
Status quo.
Yeah.
If you sit and you watch and you be a spectator, it's okay, because that's what God wants you to be.
No, yeah, I'm waiting for the right reasons. And I'm not just waiting, I'm preaching.
Notice what he tells us in his word.
Who talks like this to their son?
Also-
Notice what he says in his word.
Also, I love the fact that, again, I can't just speak my own originality. I have to pull the Bible out and I
Yeah.
have to read a scripture. Like,
Well, because
can
it's
you just
not
talk?
This is not just my ramble. This is not just the ramblings of some old coot. This is written in God's very own diary, the Bible.
Last time I checked, diary's very personal, so I shouldn't be reading it.
That's a good point.
They said the camp is a few days ahead. But that's for people that move at a normal speed. Looking at Sifa and Baba Musa, do you think we will ever get there?
Oh, he's bad, so he's gonna abandon the old
This
people,
is
which witnesses would never
literally
do.
walk by faith and not by sight.
It's the same thing. It is.
Yeah,
You're right.
They're
It's
literally like at that point in their journey where they can either turn back or keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And they're being tempted
Oh!
to go back to their place.
Christina's shaking my leg. I mean, Yolanda.
I think people know who I am by now.
I don't know. That's what my car's like in Death Stranding.
That's what my car is like in real life.
Christina is always hauling like 50 carpets and tarps and tapestries on the top of her car.
During school, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's her homework.
How's the situation there?
How's the situation in the area?
The camp is overwhelmed.
In the non-existent
Our
no-name
brothers
area.
are there waiting to get in.
It's good to know that they've made it safely and are united.
And they're united, which is more important than
But
being
we don't
safe.
care about anybody else. We only want to know if the brothers have made it
Yeah.
there safely and unitedly.
What about other religions? Fuck them. We don't care about them.
Or they don't even have to be in a religion. They could just be
Well, no,
people.
they should serve a Christian God.
Oh, okay. Well,
Strong as I used to be.
Nonsense, Musa. We are all in this together.
He's not just dressed like a grandpa. He's dressed like a librarian.
you know who
grandpa.
he reminds me of?
Who?
Forrest Gump. Like, that's how Forrest Gump would dress.
Yeah, like at the end when he's like,
Yes.
you know, kind of, yeah, like at the bus stop.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
It would be great if at some point, like, you know, he like takes out his reading glasses and like a little bow tie too, and then like a professor, like a graduation hat and a pipe. Notice what God tells us in His Word. Oh man, he's
God always told me life is like a book from the Bible. You never know
no
what
idea
you're
what
gonna
the
get.
fuck that means.
You never know what you're gonna get. He's dying.
He's about to get fucking
Get God.
dicked by death.
Get God.
But he got God.
Got God by God.
Fucking spoilers for that episode of Succession where they're in the fields.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
No.
It's
But
not
yes.
Madsen, is it? It's the other guy.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Succession. So there's a person in a field one time.
Quite the spoiler.
This is so insanely inappropriate. The time and money went into making this absolutely emotionally manipulative piece of shit. I can't believe the kids are going to be forced to watch this and be scarred for fucking life because they're going to watch this old fucking nice grandpa die after they saw an old dead scarecrow in the woods. I fucking hate this.
I just any active witnesses who may or may not be watching this, I just want you to understand this is where your donations are going.
Yeah, that and like fucking covering up child sexual abuse cases.
Not Kingdom Halls.
Yeah. No, they're selling that shit.
And the money from those sales are going into new Kingdom Halls.
Did we even see their Kingdom Hall? We saw the Elders room.
Yeah, no, I did not see a Kingdom Hall. And was that an Elders room? I feel like that could have been somebody's
Basement?
house.
The basement videos. You know what I just realized? It's like the most scarring part of this is like if you're a kid watching this, the scene of them hiding in the field from somebody with a machine gun. Like that's so fucking scary. And you're told like this kind of thing is gonna happen.
It's
in
the same
Great
with,
Tribulation.
It's the same with the basement videos. Like,
But this is so much more like visceral than that even.
Yes, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to, as a kid, constantly just be on guard that somebody's going to threaten you with a gun.
And twice in a year, they addressed on the broadcast that that they get letters from parents that shit's too violent and scary, and they're like, "That's your fault for thinking that. Tell your kid to grow some balls." Like that's their legitimate response. Is like, your kid needs to be scared of this because it's going to happen.
We might mention that we've had just a few parents write in expressing concern that some of our videos depict scenes that could have an effect on children who've been protected from anything even hinting at an act of violence. We very much appreciate the concern. However, parents likewise need to give their children a realistic idea of what we all will face in the near future.
But the meek who possess the earth,
This meek motherfucker's about to die in the earth.
they will find exquisite delight.
He's not going to inherit
in the
shit.
abundance of
What I said was disgusting.
No,
Oh.
this is disgusting.
I was like, I actually agree. That's maybe a little mean.
No, he is going to inherit dirt.
You know, this is kind of like that Netflix show Beef.
Why?
You know, and they're out in the desert in the end together. Just kind
Yes.
of figuring their shit out. And this kind of looks like Doctor Strange 2 when Scarlet Witch is in the red, scary forest.
I don't understand.
And this is kind of like the beginning of the Hunger Games 2 with Katniss near the water. And do another shot. Okay, this is like of Mice and Men. He's going to come up and shoot Lenny. This is like the Breaking Bad episode with Mike and Walt.
Oh my god, all of these connections and none of them to the Bible.
Okay, it's like fucking Moses or something.
Finding Moses in the Nile River. Oh, a baby.
I'm scared, Dad. What if they make us watch one of those scary witness videos?
You have every right to be scared.
You're right to me. Main silent.
I'll maim you silent.
That's your family. You be safe.
Turn into Fast and Furious.
Okay? Musa was strong because of his spiritual routine.
Oh my god,
Because of his spiritual routine and nothing else.
Not because he took care of himself and like remained healthy physically.
And not because of any of his qualities that don't have anything to do with the cult. The thing that made your grandpa strong was the religion Jehovah's Witnesses Incorporated Inc.com.
Copyright.
Copyright 1873 to 2023.
Trademarked by
200 years of being wrong. Minus 50.
mascot is Jesus.
Do you think this is one of those pictures that Jim Jones blessed? That's a deep cut to that documentary we were watching. But he would bless people's pictures.
If not, definitely a penny.
Definitely a penny. I would love that. Like, son, here's why I know we're going to make it. This penny was blessed by Jim Jones.
And in fact, the camp we're walking to is his. Get
It's
ready.
great. Son, he is a true socialist, and he's not doing drugs at all, and the sunglasses are because they're cool and not to hide his weird face.
And because he wants to be Elvis Presley, it's fine. It's fine.
He likes Kool-Aid because of the Kool-Aid guy and not for any other reason.
Whoa!
He likes the Family Guy bit, and he poisons because of the band.
All of those connections, but not just a simple one. A complex web of connections.
You will call, and I will answer you.
Will call? Jehovah's...
Wilcox?
Jehovah puts your afterlife ticket at will call.
After laugh?
After Laugh.
Is that what you said?
That's what that Ricky Gervais show should be called, After Laugh. It's not fucking funny.
Are they really, like, burying this guy?
This motherfucker. This is so demented that they made this movie. What is this shit?
I think that even if I was, like, where I was a year ago, I would not be okay with this.
No, I don't think you would either. I know I wouldn't have, because I was on edge with Wife of Lot, and that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that was like...
More, right? Because we were dating. Oh,
dating.
fucking hell.
Well, I think we weren't even dating. We were talking by then.
It
was 2016.
Well, I asked you out at the convention where that aired.
True. It was the Sunday
Yeah.
of that convention.
Yeah.
That's right.
We still quote that problematic movie because it's so
'Cause you're a
fundamental. Because you're a good daughter. It's from the movie. I'll put it in.
Thank you.
That's what I said on our wedding night.
Wow.
Hey, I don't know.
Now you talk like a good daughter.
Oh, wait. Oh. This is a good place to camp for the night.
Oh. Okay, super.
I see the camp. It's right there.
Are they carrying her?
Wait, so the camp is like 2 fucking picnic blankets?
I, like, legitimately don't understand what lesson, if I was still an active witness, what lesson I would take away from this.
They wouldn't be in this situation if they just listened to the branch in the first place. Look at this nerd.
Is that really what this lesson is supposed to be about?
Yeah. Yeah, because he didn't follow the branch's direction. And that's why they ended up in that situation where there was the, like, protest that got out of hand.
I don't know. Ben, if you're listening...
Yeah, Ben, tell us if we got it right.
Sound off in the comments,
Sound
please.
off. Yeah, people in the comments, are we getting this? Are you getting this? Are we getting this?
Do I understand this right, guys?
Did we get it?
We can join them and go back.
I'm just so...
Are we cute?
You see Sifa?
Please cut that out.
No.
We need to get her in the camp as soon as possible.
We don't have to live in the camp. We can have everything all back. The house, the land, even the job.
Dunia, wait. Shh. Kids!
Oh, fuck, it's infected.
It's The Last of Us!
It's the monsters from the village. They broke into the other set.
I love how he's like, shh. Listen to that really loud car noise that just happened. Be very quiet so you can really hear it.
Yeah. God damn it. This is not acceptable. This is so fucking inappropriate that they're showing this to kids. This is so scary.
You know what? Kids will go back to school and...
Kids aren't fucking scared enough of machine guns these days. They gotta do this shit.
Yeah, kids are going to go back to school in fall and their classmates are going to be like, what'd you do this summer? And they're going to be like, watched people try and shoot each other.
Yeah, I watched the scary movie that made my life worse and scarred me for the rest of my days.
I honestly thought they were going to, like, off-screen shoot that guy that they just put in the back of the truck. And I was...
Now there's going to be an elaborate torture scene with that guy.
And that means...
Yeah, that's where the witnesses are.
And that means more wine for me.
And this is not the Great Tribulation, I don't think, is it? Or maybe it is.
No, it's just unrest.
It's just unrest. This isn't even the final unrest.
This is just the beginning. What am I seeing? This slow motion with mist in the forest.
Green Knight.
They wish.
They do. My parents are going to be like, that was as good as any movie I've ever seen in my life.
And they're going to...
Acting, the music.
And they're going to be like... And those kids are like losing Jake.
It's like Jake. He wants
Being taken.
He wants to do a politics. And yell about a party card or something.
Ombi! Big brother.
I think this is the scene where he yells about, like, you shouldn't trust the organization. This was in the trailer. I'm a pretty big fan. I watched the trailer a bunch. 100 Things You Missed in the Drama of Jehovah's Witnesses trailer.
100 things that I'm okay with missing.
100 things I wish I didn't have to see in this movie.
Where would you go? Home. You remember when we were kids on the road fleeing?
Is that guy really trying to convince his brother that his kids who got lost or whatever the fuck went home?
Yeah.
In order to get them to go back home?
Yeah. He's like, give up on your family. Your kids are gone.
We've searched everywhere for the kids. And look at Sifa. She is suffering. Where is Papa Musa now?
That's a little plot recap for you. Papa Moose is dead in the fucking ground. Your son kidnapped or something. Hard to say. It was a little hard to follow the plot.
Are you still trusting these people to guide your life?
Remember, Amani, your strength will be in keeping calm.
And carrying on, like the people in England.
What is this, Simba and Mufasa?
It really is like, remember my final words.
Jehovah will fulfill his promises.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, Jehovah did not fulfill the promise before I died, so I guess it might not happen for you, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out.
I knew best.
For other people, not me, but for other people in the future it'll work out.
But you know what? These people love Jehovah. And it's Jehovah who is guiding
Is that right?
their lives.
Not the words of a well person. Not the words of a person whose brain is functioning.
Amani, I'm very, very sorry then. I can't
I'm
help
very,
you
very
then.
sorry then.
I'm very, very sorry.
As for me, I am going home.
Which is obviously this way.
Trust me, I know where I'm going.
I think this is the same direction we were walking.
This is
but
the area, and I know the area.
This is the area. I grew up in the woods of the area. And I'm in danger because I'm wearing red, the bad color.
Why is that a bad color?
In the village.
Oh, that's right. I just feel like there's a lot of, like, these moments of silence and contemplative moments, and I don't understand what they're supposed to mean to me.
I could do an awkward silence supercut of this movie.
Yes.
But it would just be the whole movie.
100%.
Just be 10 minutes of them burying this old guy. Like, Jehovah fulfills his promises. I mean, like, not this one, but the next one probably.
He left?
He's going back.
What about the children?
They're dead. Forget about them. We never had them.
God will guide them back to us. It's fine. It is fine.
If it is in God's will, we will
They
see
have
I know,
Jehovah.
love. But they are not alone. Jehovah is going to help them.
It's our job to protect them.
This is some fucked up shit right here.
Yeah.
You're right. And we trained them to be obedient.
Like a couple of
We did tell them if anything did go wrong, they were to keep going to the
So-
camp and find a congregation.
Are
His
you
eyes look fucking glazed over.
are you telling me that if your child is in any kind of harm, that you need to do what's best for you as a parent and let the child rely on Jehovah because Jehovah is going to be
Yeah.
there to direct them? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just curious as to
They are sticking to the
like
plan.
how am I supposed to interpret that? Because that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Instead of
We'll keep searching for them.
instead of continuing to look for their kids because they're missing and possibly in harm,
That's right. That's what he's supposed to do.
they're just
We train them to be obedient.
Yes.
So it's fine.
So they'll find us, and we'll keep on going towards camp.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, we'll ask Jehovah. He'll do it.
This is what I'm saying.
We'll ask the fucking invisible fucking guy, to invisible guy to actual fucking kids who really exist. Oy, puppy!
So instead of continuing to search for them, because
Where did they get all this shit?
It was what was on the top of that car earlier.
Oh.
No, I'm so upset by that. Like,
Yeah,
as a parent,
demented.
you're just gonna keep on going and pray to God that your kids find you eventually.
I mean, this is truly insane.
As a parent, I would never do anything. I don't even, if I believed in God, I don't know, I couldn't do that.
I know. I mean, that's why you're here right now.
It's true.
Right? Because
Like,
you actually
that's-
have a conscience.
That's like so upsetting to me. Like, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna pray that they find their way to the camp that they don't have any idea where it is. They're relying on their parents.
Please
to
stay
help
with
them.
her. We'll keep looking for the kids, okay? Okay. Sifa, they'll take care of you, okay?
I can't believe how far out there this fucking movie is. This is this is really properly crazy.
Yeah.
This is really wild.
Excuse me. Have you seen these two around here?
This one?
About this tall? No?
No.
And the girl?
Was that Blessed by Jim Jones? Because if not, I can't.
You seen these two kids?
No.
Girl is about this tall?
Wait,
Not
that
even
tall?
on the way
Well, then
here?
yeah, I saw it.
No.
Well, the other problem is that he is not shaved.
I was gonna say, he doesn't look like that guy in the photo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they don't recognize him. No, that's me. Oh, the beard was throwing me.
They're like, oh, now that I recognize you, I recognize those kids.
Now, that guy didn't even try to look at the picture. He's just like, no. I don't look at pictures.
Well, how much time is there left? They're running out of
Yeah.
time, so we don't have time for all of the conversation.
Seen these two kids come here?
We have so many kids coming through. Here are your food ration cards. Make sure to pick up your 10 items behind you, and you get more.
This would look to be a worldly organization
I was gonna say-
providing a pretty organized and effective level of aid. Oh, good. But the JW.org people are there too.
It's the brothers.
It's the brothers.
That's so nice.
That's so nice.
But here's the thing, like, they could talk to any other person.
Oh, it's their kids. Oh my god. They knew where to go.
They went home. That's their home.
Oh, that's their home.
That's what's
Boobs.
his name?
You know? I mean, I would think the editors would catch such a blunder.
I mean, literally, they were blundering her in the face.
I'll take your word for it. This is fucking wild.
You remember the brother was like, they went home.
Yo, I know. Well, I know that's what they're gonna say. But
Yes.
They went to the spiritual home.
JW.org sign, not God.
No,
They went to the sign.
they went to the God's website sign.
The God's website sign.
The God's website sign.
You took good care of Zawadi while you two were out there alone.
What, Dad?
Don't say but to your dad.
Do we have to be here?
What if his dad has a good butt?
Well, then you gotta shout it out.
There you go. That's
Just have
probably
to
what he was doing.
Patiently.
But are we ever gonna go back home?
No, yeah.
No, yeah. Fuck, the home fucking burnt down. Shit, god damn it.
We have to commit our way to Jehovah.
Even the subtitles have the brackets around the hour.
They do.
An unfortunate
Oh
acknowledgement.
my god, the only thing that didn't burn to a crisp is the disfellowshipping. Or no, it's the
Enjoy life forever.
Yes.
I love that the implications that the angels were like, no, save that, because the brother might see it.
Yeah.
Oh, the pages are perfect.
Oh my god, like, seriously?
Organization's like, and that's why we make fireproof pages.
And for situations just like this.
We have the brothers. You know, the congregation.
Who have been totally anonymous throughout this entire thing, by the way.
Of course.
Like, we haven't seen the congregation do shit. We've seen this worldly organization do some stuff.
We really are going to try to make this place feel like home.
But if it doesn't, fuck it. We'll find somewhere else.
You and Zawadi. Yeah, I know.
And the ministry for all of us. Meetings, family worship, and helping those in need.
And thirdly, helping those in need.
Right. Because
Yeah.
us first, and then everybody
Yeah,
else.
our cult bullshit first, and then I guess if we have time, we can help other people too.
And by helping other people, I mean we will preach to them about why
We'll invite
why
them
we're
to our
better.
family worship.
Yes, exactly.
They're allowed to play soccer. We're
Yeah.
not a cult about soccer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the new system, you won't play for points because that's competition and that's illegal now.
Did you say illegal now?
Yeah, you know, the competitive spirit's bad. So sports will just be like you kick a ball around and dance for fun, like they just did. Oh, he shaved. Most importantly, he shaved.
Obviously.
His shame.
He has to look different. He
Yeah.
has to stand out.
He was growing a little bit of that old personality.
No, we don't
Gotta
want
shave that off. Shave off the new personality. Yeah,
Oh,
cut his
and-
hair. It was getting really out of hand.
I started seeing long hairs.
I
going
saw
on there.
a hair. I have to cut it.
Jehovah requires faith and obedience.
This is like the cult that you're following in Red Dead Redemption 2. Like the fucking guy who's just like constantly on the run.
Yes.
Like, no, I got a plan. This is the one last stop.
Be convinced that Jehovah's way of doing
I feel like
There was even a baby the whole time.
there was a baby the whole time. I just feel like they like seriously missed the mark on this. Like 100%. Like they the mark was a dot to them.
If the mark was, well, I mean, they hit the mark in that they got a fire hose and sprayed it. They sprayed the mark with a fire hose.
They made the mark, as in Mark Sanderson.
Yeah, they made a mark like a fucking skid mark in my underpants.
We have to trust those whom Jehovah trusts. Even if we may not understand the direction at the time.
Oh my god!
It's fine, because we're Jonestown.
Donation! They painted a fucking donation sign.
In what capacity would they have any way of donating when they're in a refugee camp? They're in a fucking
Put
refugee.
your food ration card in there.
They're like legitimately not making any kind of money.
Do a Bible drama.
They're not making money.
This is insane. This is insane. I can't believe they're doing this.
Promises for the future will come true. And never forget the words of Psalm 37, verse 5. Commit your way to Jehovah. Rely on Him, and He will act in your behalf.
He will act in your behalf. I mean, that's cult thinking, right? They will act in your behalf.
100%.
They'll think in your behalf. They will moralize and rationalize on your behalf. Oh, our dear baptismal candidates. Fucking hell. They dug a hole in the ground and the grandpa, like, swims out of it. Like, I lived!
Okay, so it sounds like they're given like allowances in refugee camps, and then refugees can decide how they spend that money.
Did you hear the funny thing I said about the grandpa swimming up from the baptism pool, though?
I didn't. I'm
It was a winner. Oh, no, the baptism now. Oh, Ursa's hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, folks.
It is a big deal.
She's our shy kitty, but she comes live at night, and it is 11:40 p.m.
It really is. I just think it's crazy that they showed them donating.
Oh, I can't believe that they
used
didn't
that-
show Jesus or Jehovah in the end there. I thought they were going to show some angels in the clouds.
No!
I thought that we would have a little...
Because it was all about the organization.
That's true. Fuck that.
It had nothing to do with Jehovah and Jesus. I mean, they referenced Jehovah and Jesus.
He came up a few times. The angels, not really. Jesus may not have gotten mentioned even a single time, actually.
Yeah. It was all about the brothers and the organization following direction.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with Jehovah. The only time Jehovah came up was when they were praying about their kids. And like how following direction, in the sense of following organizational direction, is a way of showing obedience to God.
Yeah.
As it's always coupled that way.
It gave them permission to do a scary Great Tribulation video, but without having to commit to it being the Great Tribulation.
Yeah.
Because that is the kind of thing that they insinuate the Great Tribulation will be like. But as far as I could tell, it wasn't actually the Great Tribulation in the context of the drama.
Right.
It was just some great civil unrest that required branch direction for life-saving advice.
Absolutely.
And to me, you know, the most absurd part of this and disturbing is that when you think about the advice that the organization gives, like, the advice that they give is just from the secular authorities. Like, that 9 p.m. curfew was exactly what, you know, the Columbus Police Department, you know,
absolutely
tweeted out or whatever.
Absolutely.
And the COVID advice they gave was just what the World Health Organization and the CDC did. It wasn't their own thing.
But they make it seem
they don't
that
have
way.
Fucking scientists and like military strategists. But they know that their group members like don't really trust the media, and so they want people to think that they do have this miraculous ability. And you know, we were talking, watching this Jonestown thing, like they're not at a point where that could realistically happen within the organization, but they want to have that kind of control anyway. And that's what's really scary, because groups like this that start really big and popular, like they can be whittled down until they're some isolated extremist movement, and then something really bad can happen.
Yeah, and I think that that point in the drama where his son is listening to the media outlet in regards to the civil unrest that's happening, and he's like, no, don't listen to that. Like, that's too much for a young kid to be listening to, or whatever he said.
He's like, just change the channel.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and then they changed it to a song that then, like, lightened the mood. Is very much like a unhealthy JW way of looking at the world. Like,
yeah,
they want you to be up to date with, like, what's going on in the world, but not really.
Like, really to a superficial degree.
Correct.
And I really like that you picked, like, that you pointed that out, because I didn't think much of it, but it really is like, we'll tell you what you need to know. Like, if there's some event that concerns you, like, we'll tell you about it, and we'll tell you what to think about it and what to do about it.
Yeah, and it just reminded me, like, when you said that most Jehovah's Witnesses are not well versed in, like, media and, like, picking up on, like, what's going on, what world events are happening, because they're told, like, you know, news and information comes from this source. Anything else needs to be filtered, and then you have to kind of, like, fact check. But only fact check through these specific ways.
Yeah.
And
trust us above all other sources.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so you're not able to critically think about what's happening, right? You think you are, because you think that what you're doing is what you've, like, learned in school. Like, this is how I fact check things. This is how I critically think. But you're critically thinking within the context of how you've been taught how to critically think.
Yeah, you know, I want to correct what I said, like, about the media literacy thing, because it's not like you have to have poor reading comprehension or whatever to be in a cult or anything like that. You know, it's just that you're trained to be more trusting of the organization than any other source.
Well, and it's seen in other aspects of our daily lives, not just in the Watchtower organization. You can You can see it anywhere. When people are comfortable getting their information or news from one source, and not looking...
Or just like Facebook or whatever.
Yes,
Just like whatever.
That could be your news source.
Weird shit. Yeah, like...
It could be Facebook, and they're comfortable with that. They don't think to look anywhere else. It's not that there's illiteracy there. There's just like a familiarity, right? Like...
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about that, but it is interesting that, like, you need to listen to us no matter what, kind of also comes from a place that, like, they know that they can't trust their members to actually seek out the best information for themselves. I'm not saying that that's, like, a good thing at all. Like, it's all bad. It's all very bad all around. But, like, anyway, that was horrible. I'm glad that I was able to watch it with my best friend while under the influence of Schweed.
You mean with Urso?
Yes. She's clearly zooted.
100%.
Look at her rubbing her face on a shoe like Quentin Tarantino.
I'm so glad that you got to watch this with your best friend Yolanda too.
Yes! You have to meet Christina sometime, by the way, Yolanda, because you guys
crazy.
Are so similar.
You know, I keep hearing this. I would really like to... It's like when Bruce Wayne and Batman can never...
They can never quite connect.
I know.
They're always just missing each other.
Right.
Except for when he saved him that one time and it made the news, and that was the perfect alibi.
Damn, I'm gonna have to figure out a way of doing that.
Yeah.
I have to save Christina somehow.
Oh my god, the Riddler will just figure it out.
Well, we have to figure out who the Riddler is. Like, that's a whole other episode.
According to the Batman, he is definitely on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook news. And speaking of hand-painted donation signs, no matter the personal cost to you, please do consider subscribing to Patreon.
At least because I'm on the episode today.
Yeah, that's a good point, you know? Like, that guarantees that Christina can continue to exist. Because not...
Yolanda will have the money and the means to save Christina.
That's right. The Patreon is a joint venture with Yolanda. And we kind of have, what was that, a conservatorship?
Yeah.
Over Christina, kind of like Britney Spears' dealio.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of siphon out her money. You know, we kind of give her food rations and an allowance, and we let her put it in the right little box.
As Yolanda, I'm encouraging the Patreon to help Christina.
Yeah.
I need the material and the money in order to give her what she needs.
I think that a lot of people will be listening to this thinking, Christina needs my help.
100%.
And I think it is going to be from Jake. Like, she needs help to be saved from him.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
In which case, like an ASPCA rescue commercial comes on with Sarah McLachlan.
We'll start over. So the new drama. Now, what's a drama for those who don't know? Because sometimes witnesses have words for things that don't necessarily translate to normal people's society.
I mean, I feel like a drama does translate to normal people's society.
Does it? Do you go to the movie theater and say, yes, or can I have a ticket to the drama, please?
No, but in theatrical, settings...
I don't know. I feel like you go to a play or you see a movie, but I've never heard anybody say that they're going to see a drama outside of Witnessland. And I think you're in denial about this.
No, because there are TV shows that are described as drama.
As a genre. Or as Alex Trebek says, a genre.
Alex, I will have, what is a drama for 200, please?
And he says... First of all, that's not how you do it. And second of all, I'm dead.
Not in JW land.
None of this will be in the show, and none of this will air.